मोनाचं तो बरं नाही किती बरं मोनच का
गुड आफ्टरनून
मोना का 5 साल हो गए अभी तक एक साल कराना
All right.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Padma. Hello, Afreed. And we are waiting for other people to come now. Hopefully they will all come. Yes, we have some. Yes. And okay, you want some cold water? Okay, give me a second. Send some chilled water, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Shadab. Good afternoon.
Chupin, chupin, chupin.
Okay, shall we begin now? So, last day.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Uzma. Hello, Mazia. Are you there as well?
Hello, sir.
I miss you guys in the physical class. I hope you guys will be back soon. Unit 10. Last page. Here. There was homework, my brothers. So the other day we learned how to use the word but, however, and although. They have similar meanings, but they're used differently. A, comma, but, B. A, full stop. However, comma, B. Although A, comma, B. He is rich. He's not happy. Okay? He is rich. He is not happy. Now, link the sentence. Join them with these link words. Go ahead. He's rich, but he's not happy. Although he's rich, comma, he's not happy. However, he's rich, full stop. However, he's not happy. So exercise 3 was your homework. You had to complete the text with these 6 words: but, so, because, however, although, when. I will only check this if you guys put your homework in the group. If you have not done it, I'm not checking it. Okay, show me. Okay, first you cleared, erase the previous answer and you wrote. Why don't you erase the rest? Okay, please erase everything else. Okay, well tried. Even though a few mistakes and a few unanswered questions. Zafri, you have not done it. I'm gonna check it tomorrow. I'm gonna check it tomorrow. Everybody, you have got another 24 hours to do this exercise. Complete this text with the words in the box: but, so, because, however, although, when. Very interesting exercise. You'll learn so many things from here. Let me ask my online students, how many of them have done this exercise already? My dear online students, tell me.
I haven't done.
No, Shadab hasn't. Okay. And Afreen, Padma, Uzma, Gulafsa.
I haven't done, sir. I haven't done.
Okay,
sir.
then I'm going to check it tomorrow because a lot of you have not done this exercise. I'm going to check it tomorrow. And in the practice book, was there any homework? No. Finish unit 10 in the practice book, please. All the exercises. Okay. The last thing we did was Twitter and that page, audio. The next page will be your homework for tomorrow as well. Finish unit 10 in the practice book. Now, going for it. Unit 11. We are starting unit 11 today. Going for it. Go for it. We often say, go for it. Go for it. Try to achieve it. Try to achieve it. Make an effort to achieve it. Go for it. Going for it. Okay. Who has just come to the class? Kajal. Going for it. Look at the picture. Where are the people in the photo? Where are the people in the photo? They are in the desert.
Desert.
In the desert. They are in the desert. They are in the desert. I'm sorry, I made the wrong pronunciation. I said it the wrong way. They're in the desert. They are in the desert. Okay. When I said dessert, that is something sweet to eat. Okay. The pronunciation was. Where are the people? They are in the desert. Sorry, again, they're in the desert. They are in the desert. Yeah, I'm sorry. Again, I said it the wrong way. And what are they doing? I think they are in Africa. I think they're Africans. Look at their clothes. They're not Indians. In India, we have a desert in Rajasthan, in Gujarat. But look at, yeah, I think they're Arabic people, you know? Yeah. They're Arabians. What are they doing? I think they're going somewhere to do business, maybe to sell something.
Camel.
Have you stood very close to a camel? Have you ever stood very close to a camel? Do you know the smell of a camel? It is not nice. When in those days, when we had Urs Ka Mela, you know, and lots of elephants and camels came, okay, to Bihar. As a child, I was very curious. I was afraid of them and I wanted to go close as well. Sometimes I went a little close and I smelled them and they smelled really bad, especially the camels. And I think it was not their smell. Maybe it was the smell of their, you know, their, they do their business. Sometimes it is, yeah, you know, the, the things that come out of the body. I don't want to use the word, okay, shit. Shit. Huh? Stool, yeah, stool, yeah. Their stool is on their body, sometimes dried, you see. So that maybe it was that, the smell of that, but I remember it smelled awful. Now, present continuous, you have already studied in Unit 10. Kar rahe hain, right? Now, we are learning something interesting. We are going to talk about the future time. Grammar, going to future. How many sentences can you make? Starter section. Let's look at the starter section, everyone. How many sentences can you make? Draw lines in your book. Did you draw lines, guys? How many sentences did you form, guys? Tell me. Did you make 6 sentences? What's your first sentence? I'm going to work in Moscow soon. I'm going to work in Moscow soon. Very good. Next.
I'm going to work in Moscow after I finish university.
I'm going to work in Moscow
After I finish
after I
Finish.
finish university. After I finish university. Very good. Next.
I'm going
to work in Moscow next year.
I'm going to work in Moscow next year. All the first 3 can go with the first line. I'm going to work in Moscow soon. I'm going to work in Moscow after I finish university. I'm going to work in Moscow next year. And next one?
But
I worked in Moscow in 3 times.
3 months time.
I worked in Moscow 2 years ago. I worked in Moscow 2 years ago. I worked in Moscow after I finished university. I worked in Moscow after I finished university. Only 2 sentences with I worked in Moscow, because I worked in Moscow refers to the past time. And on the right side, there are only 2 phrases, 2 things which refer to the past time. One is 2 years ago, and the other after I finished university. So these 2 can go with the second line, I worked in Moscow. The other 4, soon, next year, in 3 months' time, after I finish university, all these time expressions do not refer to the past time. That's why we can't use them with the past. So we will make 4 sentences with I'm going to work in Moscow, and we'll make 2 sentences with I worked in Moscow. So I'm going to work in Moscow in 3 months' time. In 3 months' time, I'm going to work in Moscow. अभी से 3 महीने बाद. अभी से 3 महीने बाद. In 3 months' time, I'm going to work in Moscow. So we have 4 sentences. I'm going to work in Moscow soon. I'm going to work in Moscow after I finish university. I'm going to work in Moscow next year. I'm going to work in Moscow in 3 months' time. And I worked in Moscow after I finished university. I worked in Moscow 2 years ago. Now, do you understand the meaning of all these sentences, or do you have a problem? If you find any of these sentences even a bit confusing, I'm here to help you. I worked in Moscow 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I worked in Moscow. 2 साल पहले मैंने मॉस्को में काम किया था. All right, when I say मैंने मॉस्को में काम किया था, nobody should confuse this Hindi. I know some good students will say, sir, आप past perfect बोल दिए, किया था बोल दिए. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. कोई हिंदी के साथ past tense को ऐसे फिक्स मत करिए, एक को छोड़ के, वो भी कभी कभी नहीं होगी. All right. So I worked in Moscow 2 years ago. I met him 2 years ago. हम 2 साल पहले उससे मिले थे. ठीक है. Suppose you are being interrogated by the police. All right. About something your friend did. Okay, something your friend did. Okay, not about you. You didn't do anything. Your friend did something. And the police are interrogating you. So they call you and they ask, बताओ कैसे जानते हो उसको? सर हम 2 साल पहले पहली बार मिले थे उससे. I met him 2 years ago for the first time. No problem. That's totally fine. Okay. Is there a problem with the water? Okay. So 2 years ago, after I finished university, I worked in Moscow after I finished university. University खत्म होने के बाद हम मॉस्को में काम किए थे. All right, all right. या करते थे या whatever. Okay, it doesn't matter. I worked in Moscow when I finished university or after I finished university. And the rest four with I'm going to work in Moscow. काम करने वाले हैं हम. All right, I'm going to work in Moscow. जल्दी ही मॉस्को में काम करेंगे. I'm going to work in Moscow soon. Yes. Next year, अगले साल. I'm going to work in Moscow next year. Let's change. Instead of I worked in Moscow, say I got married. I got married 2 years ago. I got married 2 years ago. I got married after I finished university. University खत्म होने के बाद मैंने शादी कर ली. I got married after I finished university. And now say I'm going to get married. Now, take a look. I'm going to work. I worked. I got married. I'm going to get married. I'm going to get married soon. Next. I'm going to get married after I finish university. Papa has already chosen a boy for me. Many girls say this line to their friends. I'm going to get married soon. I'm going to get married after I finish university. Nandini is going to get married after she finishes this spoken English course. I know your mummy told me. Your mummy told me that, the boy wants Nandini to speak good English. So they decided to send her to do spoken English course. After she finishes the course, they will get her married. They will marry her off. They will marry her off. They will marry her off. Okay. And she's going to get married next year because by the time, her course will be over. Yes. And she's going to get married in 3 months' time. No, in 11 months' time. Because I think it is in August, right? Next year, your wedding day. Okay. It's been fixed. All right. I hope you understood all those 6 sentences very well. Now let's move on to the next part. That's the plan. Plan to yahi hai. That's the plan. So you are saying that first you will borrow the money from the bank and then you'll start the business and you will pay off the loan slowly and slowly. That's the plan. Plan to yahi hai. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yes, that's the plan. Yes, that's the plan. Okay. First, she will learn to speak English well, and then she will get married. Okay. And then she and her husband will argue with each other in English, and her sasuma will not understand anything. Right. So she will not be able to say anything in the middle. Right. Yes, sir. That's the plan. Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's not the plan. That's not the plan. That's not the plan. Okay. Nandini is saying that's not the plan. Okay. That's the plan. तो जब ये कोई इस तरह का लाइन है ना तो उसको कॉन्टेक्स्ट से खींच के लाया गया है. ठीक है. और कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं है, you can't understand the sentence. When I said that's the plan, first time maybe you didn't understand. But when I said, so you're saying that first you will borrow the money from the bank, you'll take a loan and you'll start a business. And slowly you will pay off the loan, right? Yeah, that's the plan. But do you realize if the business is not successful, then I didn't think about it. You should. Okay, that's the plan. I hope you understood that's the plan. So first I will go to her house and I'll, pick her up, and then we'll go to the restaurant and we'll have dinner, and then we'll go to in other cinema. Oh, that's the plan. Okay. Acha, so ye plan hai. Okay, that's the plan. Any problems? That's the plan. Okay. अपने आप में सेंटेंस नहीं, जब इसके आसपास कुछ बातें होती है ना, तब आता है oh, that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. Look at the photos, everyone. What are the people doing? What are the people doing? And what are they thinking about? Everybody, look at the photos. Observe. What are the people doing? Look at the photos, everyone. Picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please, everybody observe. I'll give you a couple of minutes. If anybody doesn't have the book, for them, I'm putting this in the group. Suman is gone. She came only for a couple of minutes. Lack of trust, lack of intelligence. Kajal did the same thing initially. A lot of my students join the class, and after that they feel uncomfortable and they want to stop coming. They want to stop coming. They want an easier class. Well, I have taken care of their need. I have started a Hindi medium class for them. Kajal comes to the Hindi medium class sometimes now, and there she's a very good student. She answers everything quickly. And I'm telling you, students like Kajal are better in an English medium class. It is challenging initially, but if they try harder a little bit to keep up with the challenge, they learn more. And English medium class teaches more. Let's look at the first picture. There is a guy on a plane. Okay, what's he doing? He's thinking. All right, that is the second question. What are they thinking of? First question is, what is he doing? You saw the picture and you couldn't figure out what he's doing. He is watching out, looking outside the window. He is looking outside the window. That's a very good answer. Any other answer? What's he doing? Hello? He's smiling. Very good. I like that answer as well. Ab to bol do. What's he doing?
Listening song.
He's listening to music. He's listening to music. All right. He's listening to some songs on his mobile phone. Or maybe he's listening to some podcast, not some music. What do you think? He's listening to some audio files, maybe some podcast, radio podcast, something. Nowadays, there are a lot of audio books available you can listen to. This is very, very new. When I was young, nobody thought we could listen to a book. But now we can listen to a book. If you are traveling, don't want to read, no problems. Play the audio books. There are lovely platforms, lovely apps, which give you the option to listen to books. Gandhiji wrote a book, but you don't have time to read, but you are interested. So you can be on those platforms and they have changed the book, transformed the book into an audio file. So it is called an audio book. You can listen to it. Everything that is written there, you can listen to it in AI voice, in human voice, Men voice, women's voice, different accents. Okay, so he's listening to something for sure. He's listening to something. All right, yeah. And he's traveling on a plane. It's a train. Yeah, it's a train, guys. Look outside. It's not the skies. You see some green thing, grass or something. Maybe he's on a train, not on a plane. Okay, now picture 2. Wait, one more question. What is he thinking about? He's thinking about his plan. He's thinking about his future? Nah, he's not thinking about his future plan. What is this? When I get home, he's thinking about his? No. Is it not a future plan? When I get home, I am going to beat my wife with a belt. Okay. Okay. So he's thinking about his future plan. 2. What's going on? What are the people doing in this picture? It is Jenny and her family, and they're all going on holiday. What do you think? Are they not going on holiday? And they are flying. They are flying, yeah. Economy seat. Look at the gap between the seats, very little gap. It is economy, not business class. It is economy class. In economy class, the gap between the seats is very little. You can barely sit straight. You cannot extend your feet, your legs. Okay, by the way, so maybe they're talking to each other, they're smiling, they're laughing. अरे यार तुम लोग बोलो ना, मुझे क्या बकवास करा रहे हो यार? Come on, बोलो. They're talking to each other, right? And what are they thinking about? They are thinking about their future plan when they arrive in Corfu. They are thinking about the things they are going to do when they arrive in Corfu. Corfu is an island. Okay, they're going on holiday. Now look at picture 3. This is Jamie. And Jamie, what is he doing? He's playing. What's he doing? He's standing in a ground. He's cheering for his team, maybe. Okay. Maybe he's watching a match in the stadium. All right. And what is he thinking about? When he grows up, when he जो है सामने वो देखो और आदत से ना बोलो, सामने देखो और सीखो. सामने देखा कुछ और बोला लड़का, बताओ. Okay, he's thinking about his future plan when he grows up. Okay, very good. Now number 4. This man, his name is Derek. Derek. What's Derek doing? He's relaxing, you think? All right. I think he's working. Look at his clothes. But right now, maybe he's not, just relaxing, okay? And he's looking at his computer screen, I think. What's he thinking about? He is also thinking about his future plan when he retires. I have no future plan after retirement. Sabha, do you have a future plan after retirement?
Yes, sir.
What is your future plan after retirement?
I live in village. I don't like live in Patna. And I I will go to Hajj.
Okay, good plans. I wish you all the best. Picture 5. What are the people doing? Grace and Molly.
They're smiling.
They're smiling and they're in the office. They're working. All right. And what are they thinking about? They are thinking about their future plans after work. When they finish work, they have a plan. 6. Hannah. This is Hannah. 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 The do hai. All right. What is she doing? She is sitting on the couch. Okay.
Sofa.
And yes. And she is trying to save herself getting hurt, right? From the children. Okay. And what is she thinking about? She is thinking about her plans when the children are in bed. She has some plans. After the children go to bed, she has some plans, guys. She's going to do something. We don't know. Number 7. Who are these two? Carl and Petra. Okay. If it was in India, her name would be Petri, not Petra. In India. However, we have names with A as well, Asha. All right, Mahima. Right, Akar names are common with girls as well. Petra is okay, no problems. Okay, Carl and Petra, what are they doing? Laughing and sitting in the classroom, doing some classwork. Okay, they're attending a lesson, right? And what are they thinking about? Their plans after the lesson, or when the lesson ends. They have plans. Everybody has plans. Now, look at exercise 2. There are 4 plans. Can you see the plans? Let's read the plans with me. We are going to have a coffee together. That's a plan. We are going to have a coffee together. I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. This is also a plan. I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. This is a plan. I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. This is also a plan. We're going to see a film. This is a plan too. Now, whose plans these are, in your opinion? Whose plan this could be? We are going to have a coffee together. Who? Carl and Petra, we are going to have a coffee together. All right, this is their plan, no problems. I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. Whose plan do you think this is? I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. It is Jeff's plan. When I get home, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. Maybe. It could be Jeff's plan, right? When I get home, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. Maybe. All right. Does anybody think this is not Jeff's plan? It is somebody else's plan? I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. Never mind. I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. Whose plan is this, in your opinion? I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. It is? Who's?
Derek.
Derek's. When he retires, he will wait to retire to take his dog for a walk. Are you serious? Somebody will take their dog for a walk after they retire. They will wait for that long. I don't think so. We are going to see a film. Whose plan is this? Grace and Molly. All right. Don't worry. Just know that these are plans. Whose plans these are? Why do you care, right? It is their problem. Now, let me go back to Sabah. Because Sabah, that time when I asked her, I was checking whether she answers correctly or not, but she didn't. Sabah, I don't have any retirement plans, but you seem to have some retirement plans, right? What are your retirement plans, Sabah?
Sir, I was saying I will go to Hajj.
And other plans? That was one last thing you said. There were other things as well you said. Is that the only plan you have? You said something more than that last time.
Yes, sir. I am going to live in a village.
You're
I
going
was
to
saying.
live in a village
Yes.
in Chapra.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you in Patna right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because of your son's, situation.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I don't like live in the city, sir. There are lots of traffic, lots of people. I am
I
feeling very.
know. It's
Yes,
not
sir.
everybody's, preference to live in a city. Not everybody likes living in a city. You don't like living in the city. I don't like living in the city either. I also prefer small town life, village life. And now with internet available to me, I certainly want to live in a small village, having access to the whole world. Okay. Number 5. The plans are complete or incomplete, guys? 5, 6, and 7. The plans are complete or incomplete? I'm asking you, number 5 and 6 and 7, read. Learn to play golf, jump straight in the hotel pool, play for Arsenal. Are these complete plans or incomplete?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Complete them. Numbers 5. Okay. You didn't get to understand, perhaps. Okay, guys, wait. Go to number 1. What is the plan? To have a coffee. To have a, how is it written? We are going to have a coffee together. Why not I? Because it is Carl and Petra's plan. So we are going to have a coffee together. Number 2, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. So this is how you talk about your plan. Did you hear Sabaji's plan? She is going to live in her village. She doesn't like city life. And she is going on Hajj after she retires. Okay. I have no plans. Maybe I do. Nah, I don't have any plans. I don't think about my life after retirement? Depends on a lot of factors. Depends on what my daughter is doing. If she's doing what I think she should be doing, then things will be different. Yeah, so there are a lot of factors, you see. But I have plans for Saturday. I'm going to cook mutton or chicken because it is Thursday today. Savan is over, but another enemy Thursday. So my mummy said, can you not wait for one more day? Okay, for your sake, just for your love. So tomorrow is Friday. My mummy fasts on Friday. So no way I'm gonna eat non-veg at home. But Saturday, early morning, I'll go to the butcher's and buy mutton. Okay. You guys, tell me, number 5. Whose plan is this? To learn to play golf?
Jamie.
Demi.
Yeah, Jamie. The little boy? He says, when I grow up. Oh, yeah. This is Derek's plan, right? Oh, yeah, Derek. He said, when I retire, I'm going to learn to play golf. When I retire, I'm going to learn to play golf. कितने लोग को समझ में आ रहा है जो बोल रहे हैं हिंदी? जो रिटायर करेंगे ना तो गोल्फ खेलना सीखेंगे, right? When I retire, I'm going to learn to play golf. This is Derek's plan. Number 6, jump straight in the hotel pool. Whose plan? Jenny and her family, right? So read the sentence. When we arrive in Corfu, in Corfu. When we arrive in Corfu, we are going to
Jump straight into the pool.
Very good. Number 7. When I grow up, I'm going to play for Arsenal. Okay. Now, how many people are left? What do you think is Hannah's plan, guys? Match Hannah, find Hannah's plan. Okay, there are 7 plans here, 1 to 7. Which is Hannah's plan? Which do you think is Hannah's plan, guys? Number 3, I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. When the kids are in bed.
Number 2.
When the kids are in bed, I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. Okay. Means first
Number
kids and
2.
then dogs.
Yes, sir,
Okay, number
2.
2. Neha says number 2. Neha, read the plan.
I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine.
तौबा ऐसी बातें बोलती हो आप. So wrong, so bad. Neha, absolutely unexpected of you. Nobody expected that kind of thing from you, Neha. Shame, shame, shame. All right. Okay, guys, she's right. Neha is right. Number 2 is, yeah, Hannah's plan. Hannah says, when the children are in bed, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. She doesn't want to drink in front of the children. You see, because the children will have a bad impression. They will think their mother drinks alcohol. They will stop respecting their mother. So she wants to drink when they are in bed. Nobody is watching her. I think she's a #1 alcoholic, She's absolutely, yep, addicted. She's just waiting for the children to be in bed. Once the children are in bed, she's going to have not a glass of wine, a bottle of wine, I think. Yes, she'll finish the bottle. Okay, now listen and check. 11.1. I'm going to play the audio. 11.1. No, Zafri. No. Talk to me.
11.1. Plan. 1.
You guys take so
Jeff.
much advantage. Listen, if I do this, if I go and say something to one student, not the rest. Oh, really? I thought you said something to him. Did you not? Okay. Then you should sit behind me. I would love that. Somebody pulling my hair, pulling my ears, I would love that.
When I get home, I'm going to take my dogs for a walk.
It is
2.
the first man.
Jenny and family.
When we arrive in Corfu, we're going to jump straight in the hotel pool.
3. Jamie.
When I grow up, I'm going to play for Arsenal.
4. Derek.
When I retire, I'm going to learn to play golf.
5. Grace and Molly.
When we finish work, we're going to see a film.
6. Hannah.
When the kids are in bed, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine.
7. Carl and Petra.
When this lesson ends, we're going to have a coffee together.
Okay? Let's listen to it again and compare, because your mind is not really observing everything. So I have to play a role.
11.1. That's the plan.
You guys are taking things very lightly. You're not observing a lot of things.
1. Jeff. When I get home, I'm going to take my dogs for a walk.
When I get home, I'm going to take my dogs for a walk. Now, say it in Hindi, please. जब घर पहुंचेंगे ना, तो कुत्ता को घुमाने ले जाएंगे. All right. Now, you're talking about future time. It is your plan. It is your intention. It's your intention and plan. And look at the first part. When I get home. Which tense is that? Which tense is that?
Future.
When I get home. अरे ये कौन सा नया टेंस है? अभी तो देख रहे हो सामने से. When I get home, कौन सा टेंस है ये? हाय, ये तो बड़ा जोर का झटका लगा है मुझे. When I get home, it is simple present. Yes, Umar. It is simple present when I get home. But you are talking about? It means you can use the present tense to talk about future time too. तो जब सफीर की शादी होगी, कैसे बोलेंगे? When Safir gets married, all right? He is going to invite us. Are you going to invite us, Safir? All right, thank you. Don't worry. We are not going to come empty-handed, okay? We are going to bring you gifts, lifafa, envelope with 1 rupee inside. Okay. All right. So he said, what was his plan? When I get home, repeat without looking. When I get home, I'm going to take my dog for a walk. Very good. Now, next.
2. Jenny and family.
Jenny and her family, okay?
When we arrive in Corfu, we're going to jump straight in the hotel pool.
Again, she's also talking about future. She's talking about her future. She's talking about her intentions, her plans. Remember, in English, when you talk about the future time, which sentence you will use, which structure you will use, depends on how you refer to the future time. So they are talking about the future time, but they are talking about their intentions and plans. Do you agree with me? This is their plan. This is their intention. Intention, you understand? Irada. Okay. So they are expressing their irada. They are expressing their intention and their plans. So she says, when we arrive in Kofu, we're going to jump straight in the hotel pool. It means they're feeling very, obviously, they're feeling very hot.
3. Jamie.
When I grow up, I'm going to play for Arsenal.
Now, this boy, will you call it his plan or his intention mainly? What he expressed. When I grow up, he's 7, 8 years old. It will take time, right? So we can call it mainly his intention, right? This is his intention. What is his intention? When he grows up, he says, when I grow up, in Hindi, Jab hum jawan honge. All right. When we grow up, right? When we become adults, okay? When I grow up, jab hum bade ho jayenge, I'm going to play for Arsenal.
4. Derek.
When I retire, I'm going to learn to play golf.
This man has got gray hair like me, and he wants to okay. Listen to a man express. Yesterday, I slipped on the chair in an office. Hand or back is injured. I can't ride a bike. So I was absent in the class. Tomorrow, I will try to come to the class. I just want to tell you something, that when I look at my students' writing, it gives me an idea how little they have learned English. With no intention to ridicule anybody or insult anybody, I just want to show you that this is the spelling of ride a bike. क्योंकि हिंदी में बैक बोल देते हैं, कई लोग बाइक को कैसे बोलते हैं? बैक, बैक. देखो स्पेलिंग क्या अभी चेंज हो गई स्पेलिंग. Very nice. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Faiz is one of my good students. I was just trying to show you guys that, when I get students here, I don't understand what they have done for 10 years at school. 10 years is a long time to learn things. Anyways, come back. So where were we? Yeah, we are talking about the plans, and we realize that when we refer to the future time, we have different present tenses. One is when I retire. I retire is present simple. When I retire, I'm going to learn. If you look at the structure, I am going. The structure looks like the present continuous. Looks like the present continuous, right? I am going. But this is a special structure, always going, 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 going all the time. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to learn to play golf. Okay, good. He wants to be busy.
5. Grace and Molly.
Grace and Molly, let's look at them. Grace and Molly, the two girls at work.
When we finish work, we're going to see a film.
When we finish work, we are going to see a film. When we finish work. Nandini beta, when we finish work. कौन सा tense वहाँ है? When we finish work. We finish work. कौन सा tense है ये? We finish work. Which tense is this?
Present simple.
Simple present.
Present
We
simple.
finish work.
Present. Yes.
When we finish work, in Hindi, what are we gonna say? जब हम लोग काम खत्म कर लेंगे, खत्म करेंगे, खत्म हो जाएगा. जब काम खत्म कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा. We are going to see a film. फिल्म देखेंगे, फिल्म देखने जाने वाले हम लोग. काम खत्म करके फिल्म देखने जाने वाले हैं.
6. Hannah.
When the kids are in bed, I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine.
When the kids are in bed, I'm gonna sit down and have a glass of wine. Okay, so this woman, what is she saying? When the kids are in bed, जब बच्चे सो गए. When the kids are in bed. हटा दो when. The kids are in bed. Hindi. हटा दो when. Remove when. When हटाओ. The kids are in bed. The kids are in bed. Hindi. The kids are in bed. The kids are in bed. बच्चे सो रहे हैं. The kids are in. The kids are in bed. Husband comes home. Where are the kids? The kids are in bed. And when you put when there, the Hindi tense changes. Do you realize that? The husband comes home and asks, where are the children? Oh, they are in bed. बच्चे कहाँ हैं? Oh, सो रहे हैं. Right? They are in bed. अभी, when the children are in bed, जो बच्चे
सो जाएंगे.
तो जो आप बचपन में पढ़े ना, रहा है रहिए प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस होता है, उसको ऐसे ट्रांसलेट करते हैं, ये प्रेजेंट सिंपल होता है, वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ 10% चीजों पे अप्लाई होगा. बाकी सब जगहों पे बहुत सी नई नई चीजें आने वाली हैं. वो गलत नहीं है, बट इट हैज इट्स लिमिटेशन. बच्चे कहाँ हैं? सो रहे हैं. दे आर इन बेड. अभी कभी आप बचपन में सोचते थे कि सो रहे हैं बोलना है तो स्लीपिंग लगाना जरूरी है. So what happened someday, you know that girl Gudiya, she's in the pre-intermediate class. So what happened? Every village, every town, every mohalla has an English teacher. You guys know that? I'm pretty sure there is a teacher of English in your mohalla too, who runs classes, who teaches English, right? So every mohalla has a teacher who teaches English. हमारे मोहल्ले में हम हैं, ठीक है? Okay, so what happened with this girl? There was a sentence of the same kind, and yeah, she said, I walk to school. So in her village from Pavapuri, Bhagwanpur or Bhagwan, something like that, her village name is, which is 2 kilometers from Pavapuri. So one day she told me that her village teacher, he was there, perhaps she was having a conversation somehow, and then she said, I walk to school, what does that mean? And she translated the sentence, हम school पैदल जाते हैं, I walk to school. Then the teacher said, जाना कहाँ लिखी हो तुम, वो कहाँ लिखी हो जो सही हो गया? तुम स्कूल पैदल जाती हो, तुमने जाना कहाँ लिखा, वो कहाँ लिखा है सेंटेंस में? Then you know what she said? रहने दीजिए, आपसे नहीं होगा. All right, because the sentence is I walk to school. There is nothing wrong with the sentence, and it means हम स्कूल पैदल जाते हैं. I walk to school. The teacher said जाना कहाँ लिखा है, गो लिखा ही नहीं तुमने, तो कैसे ट्रांसलेशन हो गया? तो the same way, ing लगा नहीं, sleep लगा नहीं, कैसे हो गया? बच्चे सो रहे हैं. The children are in bed. Okay, when the kids are in bed, when लगा दो तो future time. And when हटा दो, the kids are in bed. Okay. I'm going to sit down and have a glass of wine. बस आराम से बैठ के एक गिलास दारू पियेंगे, ऐसे बोलो यार. Yeah, number 7. Feel आना चाहिए ना. When this lesson ends,
7. Carl and Petra.
When this lesson ends, we're going to have a coffee together.
When this lesson ends, we are going to have coffee together. We are going to have coffee together. The audio file helps you understand the accent. So always listen to the audio files at home. You become more comfortable with the English accent, because when I speak to you, I speak in a simpler way. Most native speakers will not speak with such clarity, okay? And if you don't understand them, you cannot respond to them. So it's important to be comfortable with their accent. And how do you become comfortable? By listening to them again and again. So listen to the audio files. When this lesson ends, we are going to have coffee, okay? जब ये एक लेसन खत्म हो जाएगा, जब हम मर जाएंगे, इंग्लिश अभी भी नहीं. When I die, I die, okay? When I die, why I die, okay? Next. You know, when I was young, I often thought, I mean, until 8 years ago, I used to think that there is one good thing about dying. There is one good thing about dying. That, you know, the mystery that there is about death, you will know the mystery. What happens after death, you will find out when you die. Do you think that way? That you will find out what happens after dying, right? Because there is a mystery. Some people say one thing, some people say another thing. So many people say so many different things about death. So do you feel at least one good thing about death is, after I die, I will know what happens? ऐसा सोचते हो? ऐसा सोचते हो? मैं भी सोचता था. सोचता था. I don't think like that anymore. Because now I know. Okay, so listen and repeat, everybody. 11.2. We have done it. We have understood how we talk about plans. I'm going to do this. My father is going to do that. My mom is going to do this. If I say Jamie is going, oh, okay. Exercise 11.2 will help you with this. Let me play 11.2.
11.2. What's Jeff going to do?
He's going to take his dogs for a walk.
What is Jeff going to do? He's going to take his dogs for a walk. What is Jeff going to do? What is Jeff going to do? Jeff is going to do something. Is Beaver jumps before the subject when you are making a question. Beaver jumps before the subject. So Jeff is going to do something. What is Jeff going to do? What is Jeff going to do? What is Jeff going to do next?
He's going
to take his dogs for a walk. Next line.
11.2. What's Jeff going to do?
He's going to take his dogs for a walk.
He's going to take his dogs for a walk. So that was about Jeff. But what about Jenny and family? Question. What are Jenny and family going to, no, you have already said. What are Jenny and family going to do? We will not repeat are. It will happen. You know, it will happen. Because we are used to think Jenny and family are going to. But that are will go before the subject. Because we are asking a question. So we will say, what are Jenny and family going to do? And the answer is, they are going to jump straight in the hotel pool. They're going to jump straight in the hotel pool. And here straight means they will not waste any time. Okay. सीधे जाके pool में छलांग लगाएंगे. It means they're feeling very hot. Look how sunny it is. The sunlight coming from outside. You can see from the outside. Okay. Now, number 3, Jamie. Question. What? Arsalan, you can text your girlfriend later, yaar. Come on. Yeah, I know. I could see your expression. He is texting his girlfriend. Jamie, okay, ask about Jamie. What is Jamie going to? I feel so happy about this change in Bihashu. 15 years ago, I could not say this to a boy in the class. It was considered a bad thing to say. 15 years ago, if a teacher said something like this, hey, Arsalan, you can text your girlfriend later, yaar. Come on, focus on the lesson. Right? This comment that I made today, 15 years ago, this comment was absolutely unacceptable. People would say, what kind of teacher are you? You know? And I am feeling so happy that our society has changed a little bit, and I can make a comment like this without being judged. And he smiled and he put his mobile back in his pocket. So you understand that I was right. Okay. I'm always right. Okay. What is Jamie going to do? Come on, guys. He's going to play for Arsenal. Arsenal is a team. Arsenal is a football team. He's going to play for Arsenal. Now, number 4. Question. What is Derek going to do? He is going to learn to play golf. He's going to learn to play golf. Number 5, everybody.
What are Greece and Molly going to do?
What are their plans? है ना? यही पूछ रहे ना? क्या करने वाले? वो लोग क्या करेंगे? They are going to. Film. 6. What is Hannah going to do? Now Zafri is checking his phone. Zafri, who are you texting? Your girlfriend? Okay. Actually, your girlfriend is calling you. All right. Next. Number 6. What is Hannah going to do? She's going to sit down and have a glass of wine. 7.
What are Neil and Petra going to do?
What are they going to do? They're going to have a coffee together. Guys, you can make the question a little longer this way. What is Jeff going to do when he gets home? Like this. What is Jeff going to do when he gets home? जब घर पहुंचेगा तो क्या करेगा? Okay, when Jeff gets home, what is he going to do? Right? Better to ask this way. What's he going to do when he gets home? What is Jeff going to do when he gets home? Add this part. Good practice for you. And your partner will say, oh, sir, he is going to take his dog for a walk. Right? So we will ask like this. What are Jenny and family going to do when they arrive in Corfu? और मन में दिमाग भी चलाओ कि क्या इसका मतलब हुआ. एक खुद एक खाली बोल के practice करना. Lip service. Don't do lip service. Okay. Don't just mouth the words. Try and understand what you're saying. Connect between. Try and build a connection between this English and the Hindi that you use in this situation. Try and connect them. Join them. Okay, in your mind. ये लोग क्या करने वाले हैं? पहुंच के वहां कोरफू पहुंच के हिंदी में से बोलते हैं कोरफू पहुंच के. When I was young boy, when I was not a teacher, I used to struggle with this पहुंच के, आकर, जाकर. I didn't understand how to translate these things. I didn't understand that verbs have forms. Verbs have forms in every language. In Hindi, there are different forms. In English, there are different forms. Then there are participles. Then there are gerunds, okay? And once you understand the concept, you won't think कि जाकर का क्या English करना है. You will know what things are possible in English and what things are not possible in English. So kar, जाकर, खाकर, खाकर सो गया. वो खाना खाकर, right? Then how do we translate it? Nothing. He had his meal and went to bed. He had his meal and went to bed. वो गाली खाकर चला गया. Right? वो मार खा के सुधर गया. तुम मार खा के ही सुधरोगे. So you have so many different Hindi sentences. So many. But in English, there are certain things possible. Beyond that, you cannot go. So just learn what things are possible in English. And you will not have to worry about your Hindi. Because in Hindi, there are so many variations which don't exist in English. So unless somebody tells you these things very clearly, how many varieties are available in English? How many possibilities are there in English with a verb? You will keep thinking, isko kaise bole, usko kaise bole. Once you learn, that's why we just focus on different verb forms. That's all. We don't care. You guys are Hindi speakers. Padma is not. Then there could be an Italian studying in this class. There could be a Russian studying in this class. Do we know their verb pattern? No. But we are just trying to learn what verb patterns are possible in English. That's all. We will just use them. So we have about 9 minutes, and I'm going to put you guys in the breakout room where you will practice with a partner. The same questions. What are Grace and Molly going to do when they finish work? Got it? Okay, then. Go ahead and start your practice.
Sir, I'm in the library.
Umar. Okay, Umar. And now Umar is not going to practice there. So I'm putting Kajal in room number 4. You can listen, Umar, if you want. Okay, I'm opening the rooms for you guys. Good luck, everybody. Have a good practice, okay? Uzma, join. Uzma, please join, Uzma. Uzma, please join. Shams, please. Where people finish very quickly. You two girls finished and sat like it's all over. English is done and dusted. You learned all the English, right? Sabah, who was your partner?
Sir, Uzma was my partner, and her internet was very bad, sir. I didn't practice.
Right. This is exactly why I got it. Okay. So, any confusions? The structure seems to be pretty straightforward. It isn't very complicated, right? So my question before you guys leave, what are you going to do after this lesson? What are you going to do on the way? Are you going to eat Golgappa?
The same question I would like to ask. What are you going to do after the class?
I'm going to go downstairs. Okay. Have a little chit chat with my wife, with my mom, with my daughter and other people. and then come back for the next class. And I drink very special wine. That wine is not available here in India. Okay. So that's my answer. Anybody is going to eat Golgappas? No, I was thinking of joining you guys if you were. Okay.
I'm going to make a
Fine.
cup of tea.
You are going to make what, Sabah?
Tea, sir. Make of tea.
You're going to make some tea. All right. And Afreen,
I'm going to outside my house.
you're going out of your home. You're going out of your home. You're going out. Simply say, I'm going out. Okay. Gulafsa,
Hello?
are you going to cook dinner, Gulafsa?
No, sir.
What are you going to do?
Actually, sir, night dinner make my auntie.
Oh, pieces out. My auntie makes dinner at night. My auntie makes dinner at night. पहले doer. English में पहले doer. हिंदी में बोलते हैं रात का खाना मेरी आंटी बनाती है इस तरह से. English में my auntie makes dinner at night. Okay. So what are you going to do after this lesson? Afreen? Padma? Yes, go ahead. Afreen, go ahead. Nothing? You can say, I'm going to do nothing. Kajal?
Yes, sir. I'm going to make
What are you
tea.
going to do after this lesson?
I'm going to make tea for grandmother and grandfather.
Oh, you're going to make tea for them.
Yeah.
Okay. And Padma?
I'm going to my relative's home, sir.
After the lesson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Khan, what are you going to do after this lesson? Umar? Afreen?
I'm going to.
Everybody is responding
Yes,
so
sir.
late.
I'm
I don't-
going to make tea for my father.
Everybody is going to make tea, make tea, make tea. Arey yaar, do something else. Come on.
I'm going to mosque.
All right. Fine. We will finish unit 10 in the practice book. I'm going to check that. And don't forget my brother's text, which I didn't check today. Bye, everybody.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.